Hello, investors. My name is Patryce Sheppard. In 2017, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. I received a check for $50,000 from my life insurance policy, and it was the living benefits. So when I held that check in my hand, I knew that when it was time for me to go back to work, that what I wanted to do is I wanted to help people.
$200,000–$300,000 a year.
She's as good as
in
I've ever heard on
personal
the phone.
production. I mean, that's a rare thing. If this fulfills you, my question is, how many agents do you think that you need to also have under you?
I'm not standing here so that I can go the slow route on my own. But I'm not standing here because I want to go slow. I'm standing here because I want to impact the world.
She hired 14 people to change 14 lives.
Absolutely.
So last year after 8%, we had a call. We were going to work together. What happened?
Right now, I don't have the time to kind of add anything else.
If you would have signed up, this would already have been solved 6 months ago.
My name is Cody Askins. I own and operate multiple 7-figure businesses, and this is Agency Investors.
So we're looking for a $50,000 investment for 10% of the company.
The stakes are high, and the opportunities are even higher. 5 titans of the insurance industry are here to make or break the dreams of ambitious agents.
Tell me you talked to your partner before you came about specifics.
I'm out. Thank you anyway.
Meet Brandon Todd, a risk-taking visionary who revolutionized the insurance industry. Edward Pritchett, a master of networking and recruitment. Cassidy Arbelli, a strategic genius with a proven record of empire building. And Dr. Billy Williams, an analytical mastermind renowned for his ability to identify potential where others see none.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Ooh, my nerves are still just kind of...
Here at Agency Investors, these giants of the game don't just invest in companies, they invest in people.
So you don't need any money?
Oh, no, I got, yeah, I do.
Can I stop you?
Go ahead.
Dude, I love you, Robert. You're driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, let me shut up.
They're on the lookout for the next big thing in insurance. Their time is valuable, and they're ready to invest.
We want to invest. We've got the funds, we've got the resources.
The goal of this is to help you in some way.
I'm ride or die with
I will
this.
give you $1 for 100% of your business, but you can't come with it.
Our entrepreneurs today must impress them, not just with their ideas, but with their drive, their passion, and their willingness to push the limits. This is Agency Investors.
Hi, my name is Patryce Sheppard. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and today I'll be asking for mentorship in business development, branding, and recruiting, and money for operations. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. I'm nervous because, I'm going in front of these investors to talk about my business. I know that I'm going to have to be vulnerable and talk about some of those sensitive areas and maybe some of those areas that I'm not so proud of.
There she is.
All right.
One of the coolest people in the whole industry, right there.
Hello, investors. My name is Patryce Sheppard. In 2017, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and I had a long period of time where I was off work, about 18 months. And I received a check for $50,000 from my life insurance policy, and it was the living benefits. So when I held that check in my hand, I knew that when it was time for me to go back to work, that what I wanted to do is I wanted to help people. I wanted to tell everybody about this because most people think that life insurance is only for when you pass away. But we in fact know that you can use life insurance, for living benefits and for other reasons. Also, at the time, I had an agent mentality, which really, in my opinion, is still an employee mentality. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a whole bunch of money for myself and for my family. So that's the mentality that I was in. I had heard that in this business that it was easy to make 6 figures and it would take about a year to do that. Well, I didn't have a year. So at this time, it was July of 2020, and I had come off bankruptcy. I didn't have anything, and I wasn't even living at home. I'm a single mom, and my son and myself was living. We had to come back here to Dallas to live with one of my girlfriends and her family because he had to continue on to school. So what I did is I found an organization that, an IMO, that they were digital because at this time we were in the middle of the pandemic. Well, just in the beginning, it was about July. So I knew that I couldn't door knock or anything like that. So what I did is I put my head down and I worked hard. Now, most of the time they tell us that we can make 6 figures in a year. Well, I did that in 6 months. So from July the middle of July until the end of the year, I did about $120,000 in annual premium.
Wow.
The following year, I was making the money, but then again, remember, I still had that agent mentality and that employee mentality. So the only thing that I was thinking about is making money for my family and getting out of the hole that I was in. Well, I still kept my head down, and frankly, I was having to learn a lot of things on my own. I was trying to figure things out, but I knew that I had to dig my way out. So my first full year was 2021, and I was able to do $240,000 in annual premium, and 49% of that was from referrals. So I started generating my own referrals. Then I started listening to videos and meeting different people. I think I did meet you, Cody, and I started attending conferences and just investing in myself. From there, just listening to podcasts and things, I started hearing about building an agency. That, hey, I could do this, and not only could I help myself, but I could help other people. That there were other people out there who needed the information that I had. And so basically what I did is I put my head down and I kept working and I kept working. And the next year I increased, I did about 300. And so then I decided that it was time for me to start building. Because what I ultimately want to do is I want to be an example for my community. Many people in my community, with other communities as well, but specifically mine, are using GoFundMes and things of that nature as forms of life insurance. And it's really because they're not educated about it. What I want to do is I want to be a champion. I want to be a warrior for life insurance and for the living benefits. But I desperately need an assistant. So I'm coming to you, investors, because I want you to help me with two things. The first thing that I need help with is I need help with my business development. I need processes put in place so that I can run and streamline my business so that it's effective, so that it's organized, and so that it's duplicatable. Because as I'm growing, I have a young team. So now I'm team building and I'm teaching and sharing my knowledge that I have with other people. So what I want to do is I right now, I do have processes, but they're my processes. And I'm going to admit, all of them, they don't look exactly like they should. Everything is not written on paper. It's kind of in my mind. And it's hard for me to teach other people to do exactly what I'm doing because I don't have it written down and it's not a streamlined process. So that's the first thing that I need help with, is streamlining my business. I also need assistance with brand development. So I do have a brand. I am a brand because I believe that I have some things to share and that I'm right now an example. A lot of agents, they do reach out to me and to be honest with you, I can't take all the agents in because I don't have my processes in place. Yes, ma'am.
So are you looking to build a brand to recruit?
Yes.
And who would be your ideal client?
So the ideal person that I would like to recruit is maybe a single mom or someone who wants to transition their career. What I really want is I want a person who also has a story. I want a person who may be, they're in some type of situation and they're just like me, where this industry is going to pull them out. But I do want them to know that they have to work hard. It's a lot of hard work involved, but I want a person who basically has a story.
How has your business grown since adding on more agents and starting this agency route?
So my production has halted.
Slowed down.
Yes, slowed down a lot.
Slowed down or halted? Did you stop producing?
No, I haven't. I can't stop producing. So I'm at this weird, this weird place in my business where
I know that place.
Everybody is in this place. I can't tell you how many times I've heard it.
It's like I'm an octopus right now. I have like 8 arms, and so this one is producing, this one is training.
How much have you produced so far for 2023?
98.
Personally or as a group?
Yeah,
personally 98.
And as a group?
As a group, my group has done about 40 or 50.
40 or 50,000.
This is a struggle I just find in this industry too. Is like everybody wants kind of the whole cake and to eat it too, right? And so there's been a lot of clients that I've had that I've had to tell them, like, if your goal is to build agency, that's where I can help you and start focusing to at least create that business plan. And then if your goal is to stay client facing, we got to go there, because if you don't have one good with the processes so that you can duplicate yourself and then build the agency, then you're going to be struggling just kind of like you are, right? So I think there's a time and a place of when it's right for you to branch out and do other things when there's some more things going on. So I think it's a struggle for a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's a
trying
struggle.
to figure this out.
It's a struggle for the very reasons that you're talking about.
Yep.
Like one, like I look at it as two boxes, right? There's production and building, right? I have to fill both boxes if I want to build a large organization. So in that production box, do you have all your written processes down, and this is what you do, and you say, I can get my production done in 20 hours a week, 25 hours a week. And when your calendar is blocked off for production, that's when you're doing production. That's when your team knows this is when Patrice is out doing production. It don't matter if I call her right now, because that's production time. And then on the building time, here's what I'm going to be doing for my agents, and here are the processes that we're going to go through. They have the written process that they need to know to do the training that they need to do so that they can go out and do what you're doing, right? And then they know that they're going to get 15 hours a week where they have access to you, because you don't, like, people think that you got to have someone hold their hand to be a producer in this business. And if that's the case, if you need a hand holder, you're not going to make it anyway. As this guy has said multiple times, like, this is a hard business, right? I don't think there's any business that's easy.
No.
Anybody know an easy business where you can make money? Like,
Let's
right?
go do it.
So,
It's
I don't know,
usually
it's probably
illegal.
not legal. That's the issue, it's not legal.
Do you like personally producing?
Yes, I love it.
You love it.
She's really good at it.
That $50,000 check she got.
I mean,
She's really good.
She's right.
I mean, it's
really
story.
good.
It's a passion.
$200,000-300,000 a year.
She's as good as
in
I've ever heard on
personal
the phone.
production. I mean, that's a rare thing. If this fulfills you, my question is, how many agents do you think that you need to also have under you if you're making really good income where you are? Why do you need 14 agents? Why do you want to grow a brand, have a back office, do all this, grow to 40, 50, 200, 5,000 agents? Why do you want to do that?
That's an excellent question. Thank you for asking. The reason why I want to do it is because life insurance, this business, this is what's going to take me and drive me to what my real passion is. So what my real passion is I'm a breast cancer survivor. And I went through a long journey with that. I've won some awards for my advocacy. I'm sorry.
Go, come, it's okay.
I won some awards for my advocacy. I wrote a book, Doing It Differently, that's doing really, really well. And what my goal is and what my passion is to travel internationally and be an advocate for breast cancer awareness.
Why do you need 14 agents? Why do you want to get 100 agents? Why not duplicate yourself with 3 agents? 2 are going to fail out, one's going to become you. Why go take all the time? Because here's the thing, the most valuable thing in our industry is a competent producer. And you are that, you're the epitome of that, and you're proving that. So every moment that you're not producing with someone beside you to learn how to produce, you're taken away from the world. If you want to mass produce something, you're gonna dilute the competence that's in there. Your goal to do what you want to do, if you don't have the delusion of saying I have to be big and huge and spend all this money on branding and all this other stuff, is finding that one person in front of you and making her into you. And then finding the next one and make her into you. Have her tag along with you.
Does that work for everybody that you hire?
Huh?
Does that work for everybody that you hire? Like, I mean, if I had built my business like that, I would not have the number of agents that I have right now.
Well, that's right.
And I'm just trying to, like, I don't know why she would choose 14 over 2 or 3. And I'm just trying to follow your train of thought here for her to even answer that question.
Well,
Like to be more effective in training them to be duplicable.
Okay.
but we don't know that they're going to be
No, I'm
good
just-
until they
it
get out
depends
there
on
and
your
go and do it.
timeline and your
Right.
risk tolerance. If it depends on your timeline and your risk tolerance. For her right now to be doing what she's doing, having someone right along with her and have someone with her, she's not going to lose any money. She's actually going to probably produce more because she'll be on her game a little more because she's training at the
I
same
used to do
time.
ride-alongs 14 years ago, and I stopped that very quickly.
I understand.
Like, right, it's not about the ride-along. It's the processes that if she gets that
Yeah,
written down,
you gotta
and she
duplicate your
trains people
processes.
correctly, right? You have a certain number of hours that you're spending on training. You do your personal production, and you say, go out there and follow the system that I did. Go out and do these things.
This is why I'm asking, because she has 2 roads that she can go down. And most people think that they have to go big. And the point is, there will be dilution. There will be a temporary setback. It's where she's at with that. And I want her to understand that this could be smaller, slower growth in volume, but she can get, I bet you if you drop your 14 people, took your top 3, you'd be getting a lot more than $50,000 year to date.
I agree with that, but I'm going to tell you, I agree with that. But I can do that on my own. So why am I standing here? I'm not standing here so that I can go the slow route on my own. But I'm not standing here because I want to go slow. I'm standing here because I want to impact the world. And I need you to help me do it.
Well, not just that, but even with the 14, gotta remember, she didn't hire 14 people to have 14 employees. She hired 14 people to change 14 lives.
Absolutely.
Okay, and
yes.
So she wants to hire 25 people to change 25 and 50 to change 50. So one thing I want to touch on is you already have processes, you're just selling yourself short. Okay, because I've been in this industry on the PNC side for almost 20 years.
Okay.
Moving over to the financial services side, I've yet to see anybody say, Billy, bring your team and watch me call an insurance carrier. Billy, bring your team and watch me, how I'm gonna deal with this underwriting issue. I have yet to have anybody say that on the financial services side. You have processes, you just have not documented them right. So let me give you 3 steps that you need to do to document your processes. Okay. Number 1, you need to video your major processes. Video. Okay. Number 2, you need to get a tool called tango.us. You got something to write this down?
No.
You gonna remember it? Tango.us.
Okay.
What tango.us does is it allows you to screen capture whatever on your computer and whatever you're recording. And it turns it into an immediate PDF.
Okay.
Immediate. And then you're gonna take that PDF that it produces for you, and you're gonna eliminate the pictures. And when you delete the pictures, you now have a checklist. So when you get ready to train someone, there are gonna be people who are only gonna want a checklist. These are the 7 things you need to do. Great, I've done these 7 things. And then there are gonna be people that say, I get 1 through 3, but I don't know 4 or 5. I need a video, a picture of what that looks like. So now you got 5, 6, and 7. And then there are gonna be people who actually wanna see you doing it. They wanna hear how you say it. They wanna duplicate and replicate what you do. So now there's a video. And now that we call that a training packet. Everything that we do, and I'm a trainer, so everything that we do that training packet. Video, PDF, checklist. Video, PDF, checklist, regardless of that process. That has allowed me to duplicate myself hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Video, PDF, checklist.
I have a question for you. So last year after 8%, we had a call. We were gonna work together. What happened?
So what happened is that we had our call. I looked at your processes. I loved everything, but honestly, I'm that octopus. So I didn't even have the time right now I don't have the time to kind of add anything else that's gonna take away from my production.
If you would have signed up, this would already have been solved 6 months ago.
I believe that.
Everything that we were talking about, the productivity, the processes. If you've come to the boot camp I just did, I showed everyone how to use Tango, how to create checklists, how to create this exact packet Billy's talking about.
I'll give some advice and then even an offer.
Okay.
To help. Because I love you. Keep selling.
Okay.
Don't stop that, right? That'd be silly.
Never kill your own engine.
Cut off your
Never kill your own engine.
Also, everything they're saying about documenting what you're doing down to what you're saying to every client, the cadence you're using when you're saying to client, the exact script, the exact leads, like they're able to watch you, but you have everything documented to where every agent can do, has to do the exact same thing. And if they won't do what you do not put them on your team.
Okay.
If you buy leads, they buy leads.
Okay.
Or they don't join the team. You have a script, they read exactly how you do, or they don't join the team.
Okay.
Right? That's how you want to scale, duplicate.
Yes.
Quit letting people in that won't do exactly what you do, down to the exact phrasing. Okay. Next, as you get better at like controlling emotions and like time management, right? You're a phenomenal speaker. Everybody loves your story. You are great when you get in front of people. You wear your heart on your sleeve in a good way. You have a past that you are openly talk about, which is amazing because you're vulnerable. People can relate to that. I would not slow that down. I know you get busy and you get ideas going, but like keeping your social media presence alive and moving is super important because that's how you attract a lot of people to you. And I know that's been inconsistent and a roller coaster because you need to attract a lot of people. I'm a resource and I want to continue to be because I love you and I truly want to see you succeed at the highest level. You got off to an amazing start. I want to not only get you on the YouTube channel again, okay, and interview you because there's a lot of agents that need to hear your exact system of what you do and I want to interview and like share that, and those that want to be a part of that can join that with you. I also want to give you some of my time to talk through the brand.
Okay.
The business processes, right, we're talking about, not as much my strength as it is others, but I want to not only put you on the channel, but I want to offer to spend an hour with you talking about exactly what you need to do with the brand.
Okay.
And I'm available anytime.
Who do you want to work with?
But
you obviously came here for a reason. Who do you want to work with?
Cassidy and Edward.
So then just say that.
yes.
I like your, I guess, recruiting methods.
Here's the thing I would say, like, I'm never afraid of sharing anything that, like, there's some people who try to like keep their secrets in a little lockbox thinking that, oh, I got the secret sauce and as long as I keep it from everybody that I'm gonna be bigger and better. That doesn't work. It's a blue ocean industry, all right? So I'm happy to share anything that you would like. I would say the offer that I can make to you in deference to the relationship that I have with the people that you work with. And as long as they're all good with it, which I would imagine they would be, I'm happy to give you 3 hours a month. And we can split that up. Like, again, going back to as you're talking with individuals or as you set those appointments, like, we're gonna set it up, we got to hold to that and keep it, and you're gonna have to figure out like what in your time stuff that you're doing that are you gonna be able to cut out to make sure it happens.
Okay.
I would highly encourage you to take advantage from the process side, because from the EOS side of this thing, I can get into some of that. I'm kind of like, the more I hear about what Cassie is doing, I need to jump into her course real quick and figure out some of those things. I would highly encourage you to take advantage of both. Okay. Because it makes more sense to cut out some of the stuff. I agree with Dr. Williams. Probably 70% of the stuff you're doing, you don't have to do. It feels like you do, feels like you do,
urgency feeling.
but you don't have to do it. And if you stop doing it, nothing would change about your current situation.
Okay.
And then that can give you the time to start getting a true process in place, get your business lined up, do a time audit and say, here's what I'm gonna do, here's what I'm not gonna do, and then just go for it with the game plan. Because you've been successful in one aspect of this business, and what I found is that people who can put the same discipline to that business building box as they did to the production box, and they actually understand what got them there on production is what's going to get them there on the building. Those are the people who then go on to build very large organizations.
Well, I mean, I'm here for you, and I've loved you since the Ultimate Agent and 8%, and we had our moments of bonding and stuff. So I mean, I'm in for you to be part of our group and take advantage, but you got to show up. No octopus arms. When you're there, you're focused, and I guarantee we can get you moving in the right direction.
How soon will you start?
I'm ready to start Monday.
My assistant's gonna reach out to you either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll have to book a 90-minute call with me and get on my schedule as soon as possible because I leave town for 3 weeks soon.
Okay.
And then she'll get your address, we'll send you some stuff. So really the homework right now is just to get you booking the appointment, and then as soon as she gives you access, there is going to be work that needs to get done. So the first couple videos, that needs to get done before our call.
Okay.
So your homework will be all sent to you.
Homework for me is, are you gonna be working tomorrow and Friday?
Yes.
All right, do a time audit over these next 2 days.
Okay.
All right, so just have your, if you start at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, so on and so forth. And as you're doing whatever you're doing, jot down, this is what I'm doing. Continue to do until you stop and you switch to the next thing. Mark it off. What's the next thing? Like, what does your day look like, right?
Okay.
Because I think that's going to help both of us in having our conversations with you.
Okay.
So do that. The second thing, I'll also have my assistant reach out to you, shoot your email, get on my calendar.
Okay.
And I have to say kind of the same thing. It's gonna have to be sometime next week. I take my son to space camp next Thursday, so we got to get it booked. And then after that, we're gonna be in Canada for 2 weeks. So I can do it from Canada, but you know, the sooner the better.
Okay.
All right? But that time audit, and then once you have that done, once you book on the calendar, you're gonna shoot that over to me. Cassie, I'm sure you wouldn't mind seeing it too. And then we can both start digging in, and I'm sure I look forward to maybe us talking too as we're going through this, so that we're not duplicating the same thing.
To talk to. That's good.
All right, can we do hugs? Thank you.
Sorry. Not trying to stop the hug.
Thank you. I'm feeling awesome and amazing. It was fantastic. I did get some constructive criticism that I knew I would get, but it's totally fine. I got the 2 mentors that I wanted to work with, plus Cody threw some extra stuff in there for me, so I am 100% satisfied.
That's one of my hardest challenges, is believing in people's potential as if it's real. And it's like, I'm always like, I just see people's potential. I want to pull for them. I want to root for them. But the potential is, until it's realized, it's nothing.
See, I'm
Unless I got money
the
in my
hard
hand.
ass in the room. I don't think anyone has potential. I think anyone can work a process. If you can work the process, your potential will come out. If you can't work the process, then you won't show your potential.
I think the military had to do with it.
Yeah, of course. It has everything to do with it.